Ever since President Trump came down the golden escalator, there have been two types of voters. When he stated that the entire election system was rigged, or whether he said Mexico's not sending their best and brightest, they're sending us their rapists and murderers, or even calling for a total and complete ban on all Muslims entering the country. There have been folks who have suggested that President Trump is intolerant, sexist, and even racist, and there have been President Trump supporters stating he is doing what is necessary to make this country great again. Whatever side you're on, feel free to state that in the comments. But this video is once again about things of that nature because President Trump is once again in the news for, in my opinion, all the wrong reasons. Now, you may have heard this because it's floating around all over TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, social media, and even your nightly news. ICE will be present at the Super Bowl. Remember how unpopular the right saw it to have a nationally televised game where athletes took a knee, but they're okay with ICE and customs officials potentially making arrests at our nation's most televised event? The Super Bowl is shown around the world. Can you imagine ICE taking people into custody during that event and it being televised to other countries? God forbid one of the immigrants try to get away or run away and they're being taken down hard, or even something worse, somebody runs on the field, or, there has to be some type of use of force. This could be televised around the world. We're okay with that, but an athlete taking a knee during the anthem was embarrassing, huh? I don't understand how the hell any of this makes sense. Bad Bunny, the musician himself, was aware that they were using ICE in conjunction with him, which is why he canceled his U.S. tour, because he didn't want ICE showing up at his concerts and venues. He's on a world tour, and he took America off of the tour because he didn't want to have to deal with ICE. Now, Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican, so he's not going to be at risk of ever dealing with ICE or whatever the case may be, because as a Puerto Rican, you have U.S. citizenship upon birth. But he's a Hispanic artist, so you're going to have a lot of Hispanics from all different backgrounds that enjoy his music. I'm just going to say this has all the potential to go wrong, really wrong. Remember how embarrassed many in America felt during the event of January 6th being televised around the world, that our Capitol building was being overran by folks waving Trump flags, MAGA flags and Trump supporters. Remember how embarrassing that was to know that went around the world? If the Super Bowl, which is going to be televised even more than that inauguration, if for some reason ICE has to make, a hard arrest or something like that, use of force arrest and things like that, this could go really, really bad in terms of America's image. It's one fucking day. One day. Do we really, not only one day, but it's only a few hours in one location, out of all of the work available to ICE that they could do around the country, do they really have to be at this one event during that span of 4 or 5 hours? There's a message in this. It has absolutely nothing to do with defending the border and making sure illegals are out of the country. This is a message to, the Hispanic community, the non-Trump supporters, the liberals, the state of California, the politicians there, whatever the case may be. This is a deliberate attempt to deliver a message from the Trump administration. And I'm just going to tell you from my standpoint, anyone that's celebrating this, remember when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, how wrong it was for people? Anybody celebrating ICE at the fucking Super Bowl, how could you not be referred to as racist? How could you want something like this to happen? You realize the embarrassment to America that could come out of this? Also, I still am lost. I'm still baffled and at a loss for words why they have not tried to cancel the World Cup coming to America and FIFA, particularly FIFA, because it has a huge Hispanic following. I don't know why they have not canceled that yet. As an American myself, I don't think it should be held here. I get there will be a loss of revenue of significance, hotels, tourism, etc., etc. I don't believe that event should be held here. For the simple fact of, if it goes wrong when it's held here under the Trump administration, it could affect our ability to host it many years down the road. I'd rather we skip this one time to prevent some kind of racist mess from taking place so that in the future we can host it again. So, in my opinion, both FIFA and the World Cup should be suspended based on the actions and behaviors of the United States. Can you imagine coming here as a tourist, getting a visa and things like that to watch your athletes from your country participate, and all of a sudden getting detained by ICE, they're threatening to arrest you, or God forbid something even worse. Innocent, legitimate visitors are being faced with this. It's not all just illegal deportees or illegal immigrants. It's happening to innocent people that it should not be happening to as well. So my opinion, my advice would be to steer clear of the United States until we get our act together in this department. But ICE at the Super Bowl, nothing short but a message in that, a message to Hispanics, a message to minorities, a message to the world on how we're viewing immigrants and minorities. Everybody's seeing this shit. Are we going to come back later on and say this was a joke? You took ICE at the Super Bowl out of context? Let me know in the comments. How do you favor this? You think it's a good idea? You think they really need to be at this event that only lasts for a few hours on one damn day of the year? ICE could be all over America performing raids during the Super Bowl. They actually have to be at this event that's televised around the world. Let me know. As always, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the damn channel. See you in the next video.